So this is the image I'm going to use. As you can see, it is quite big. It's over 3000 pixels. I am on Pixel Studio. So now the first thing I need to do is to remove the background from this layer here. So now I'm just going to left click here and then select the flood select tool. Make sure the mode here is new. The source is current layer, tolerance 10%. I check the contiguous and anti-aliasing. And now I'm just going to left click on the white area to select it. And now I'm just going to press the delete key on my keyboard. So here it is. So now I'm going to remove this selection. So go to Pixel, Pixel Selection, and then deselect. And now I'm going to add a new fill layer. Go to Pixel, and then select new fill layer. So the context is fill. I'm going to change the type here from solid to radial. So I'm going to left click on the middle point. I'm going to change it to white. And then I'm just going to select the right point here. And then I'm just going to move it here to the right. So here it is to adjust my gradient. So now I'm just going to move the fill layer under the women layer. So here it is. So now let's select the move tool. I'm going to select the women layer. I'm going to scale it up from the handles. So I think I'm going to leave it here. So now I'm going to bring my second image. So this is the second image I'm going to use of buildings. So I'm just going to drag to Affinity. So here it is. I'm going to scale it up. So I'm going to reduce the opacity from here. Left click here so that we can see when we adjust it to the women's face. I just want to cover all the women here face. So here it is, and then I'm just going to select the navigator down here. Then I'm just going to, for example, change the percentage here to 15. Let's go with 19. So I think I'm going to leave it here. So now let's bring back the opacity of the building layer here all the way up. Just left click here. So here it is 100%. So now I'm just going to hide it. I'm going to select the women layer. And now hold Control key down and then left click here on the thumbnail of the women layer to create the selection from the layer. So here it is. Now we have created the selection here from the women. So now I'm going to click on the eye icon to reveal the building layer, select it. And then I'm just going to add a mask layer to it. So this will keep only what's inside the selection here. So just click on this icon. So here it is. So now if I hide it. So here's our mask layer. The white represents opacity on the mask layer and the black transparency. So now make sure you select the mask layer, this one here, the black and white. Now I'm going to remove the selection, go to Pixel, Pixel Selection, and then deselect. So now let's select the paintbrush tool, left click here, select the paintbrush tool. Let's go to the brushes tab. I'm going to left click here on the categories. I'm going to select the basic. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to select this one here. So I'm going to change the size here to 2000, press enter. So for the flow here, I'm going to change it to 20%, press enter. And for the hardness here, I'm just going to double click. I'm going to change it to 20%, press enter. So now I'm going to go back to the layers tab, select the layers tab. Make sure to select the mask layer. So only mask layer, the white represents opacity and the black transparency. So now I just want to paint with black here. Make sure to select the black color. So here it is from the colors here. And then I'm just going to paint with black on the mask layer to reveal the woman's face, which is this one here, the layer under it. So here it is. Select the mask layer and then just paint with black with the paintbrush. So here it is. So I'm just going to add a little bit here. So I think I'm going to leave it here like this. So now I'm just going to add the gradient map. So I'm just going to left click here on the adjustments and then select gradient map. I'm going to move the window here, gradient map window, to the right. I'm going to select the middle point here, the green one, and then click on delete to delete it. And now I'm going to select the red point here, the point on the left, select the color, left click. So for example, for the color, I'm going to go with the dark blue color. So here's the HTML notation. And I'm going to select the point here on the right, left click on the color for this one here. I'm going to select, for example, a very light color, this one here like this, on the red or yellow. So let's say for example I'm going to leave it here, so here it is. You can still change it like this to your liking. So I think I'm going to leave it here. So now I'm just going to click on the X here to exit the gradient map. So I'm going to select the gradient map here. I'm going to scroll down, hold shift key down, and then select the first layer, the fill layer. So as you can see, it will select all the layers. And then I'm just going to place them all in a group. Click on this icon here to place them in group. So here it is. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. So I'm just going to change here to 21% in the navigator. So now I'm just going to add the brightness contrast adjustments, left click on the adjustments, and then I'm just going to select the brightness contrast. I'm going to increase a little bit the contrast. So here it is. I think here I'm okay. And then I'm going to exit. And now I'm just going to sharpen this layer or image. I'm just going to left click here on the filters and then select the unsharp mask. I'm just going to move the live unsharp mask window to the right, and then I'm just going to increase the radius. I'm going to zoom in from navigator. So here you can see the effect. So I think I'm going to leave it here to 9.9. So let's decrease it a little bit. So I think I'm going to leave it here. So here it is.